Hello guys, welcome to No Film, where we talk about movies, series and everything in between. Today I have a very exciting episode where we're talking about video game adaptations. I'm here with
Poet JLA, aka Jude. Ansah, what's going on?
So I'm here with Jude, one of the biggest gamers I know. And yeah, we're here to talk about video games which have been adapted into movies. Are they a good idea? Which of the ones have actually done well and which of the ones aren't such a good idea? So we'll start with the whole concept of adapting video games into movies. What do you think about it?
I kind of have mixed feelings about it, honestly. Like, sometimes some of them are, a hit, some of them are a miss.
Yeah.
So, I just think it depends on who's taking on the project and as to if there's passion in it or if it's just done as a quick cash grab.
Yeah.
So I think it's seen in several franchises, like, the Sonic franchise is doing very well, which shows that it's done with passion, not just for money. And also, like, you see a couple of others, like the Mario movie, but there are some from maybe the past in the 2000s and now where you know that it's not doing so well, but you're willing to give it a chance with the sequels to see if they've learned from their mistakes.
Yeah. I think in recent times there are more movies are being adapted from like video games and stuff like that, and I think in recent times they are doing much better than in the past. Maybe it's because of technology, maybe it's because of more passionate, producers, more passionate directors, but I think we have the good side and the bad side, because there are some that's like they are a disaster and there are others which are really good. So I think the next thing I would like to talk about is some of the video game adaptations which I think they had the idea right, but the execution was done very poorly. So I think the first one I'll mention is Prince of Persia. So when we were all young, we used to really enjoy the Prince of Persia games. I'm sure you also enjoyed it as well. I was so excited that a Prince of Persia movie was coming out, The Sands of Time with Jake Gyllenhaal. I think the idea was good, but the execution, I don't know about it. Another game which I was very excited for was Assassin's Creed. Did you ever watch the Assassin's Creed live action movie?
No.
Yeah, so it was starring the guy that acted as young Magneto, and like it had so much potential, but they had some time traveling thing and it was just a mess. Yeah. So I think when it comes to adaptations, is it a hit or miss? But I think if I were to mention some other projects that I feel like they are movies based on video games, but I don't think they are video game adaptations. One of them would be Super Mario Brothers. I think it's a good movie. It's a nice animated movie that is based on the characters, but it doesn't feel like it's an adaptation of.
It feels like something all on its own.
Yes. So I think some of those ones are also good. But it's like they tell a different story from the actual game itself.
Even with like what you said about some being a miss, right? I can look at a movie that I watched recently, I think the ending of last year, called Dead or Alive. It's like, if you guys see Dead or Alive, like they have the video game based on it's a fighting game from Team Ninja. Check it out. So basically the 2006 movie threw me off because of how I studied the lore after playing some of the games. They changed some of the character dynamics, the relationships between the characters, like Kasumi and Ayane and Hayate. So it didn't really feel, I know they can't do everything from the games, like bar for bar, but at least adapts. Like I said, I take it like the way I take the video game thing. Elements of characters in terms of some traits must be kept for you to tell a very good story. Whether you're a fan or not, it's something I truly believe in. So if you go and then abandon all of the stuff that makes the characters who they are to make the story good, and you just go and do your own thing, you can't expect the thing to be a hit, because that movie was very, very bad. I think it was in the 2s or 3s, and I was like, nah, 2006, even for that year, that I consider like a very good time period for movies, especially adaptations of comic books or video games. That was really one that really missed by far.
I think one thing that I also think about is when I'm about to watch a movie that I know was based off a video game, there are two types of people who watch it. There's the person who has played the game. There's the person who hasn't. So once you've played the game, you know the story, you have certain expectations. You get to. So when you go into it, you're like, oh, this is not how it's supposed to be. So I think sometimes some of us who play games, we don't appreciate the movies as much because we actually know what it was intended to be. So I think one thing that video game adaptations have to do is that they have to make sure that it's at least true to the core of the story.
Exactly.
So for a show like, I don't know if you've watched Devil May Cry, the animation
I have,
on Netflix. As an animation, it's solid. It's very good. I enjoyed it. But someone who has played a game, I felt like it was missing something. Because the Dante I know from the gameplay, you know, is a bit more different. He's more skilled, you know. So as an animation on its own, it was very good. I enjoyed it so much. But if I was to rate it as a game adaptation, then it will drop like a few points.
I don't know, because as someone, I'm late into Devil May Cry, right? I got interested in it because of the Marvel vs. Capcom games, where I saw Dante for the first time. And then I decided to explore some of the franchises, the Capcom franchises I got interested in, like Devil May Cry. And I played, I think the first game I actually played was Devil May Cry 5, the one with, you know, V in it, like Virgil splits in half. So I saw Dante's character, I was like, it's not that different. It's not that different. The Dante I saw from the Netflix anime, not that different from the Dante I saw in Devil May Cry 5. Maybe that's just me, but you know, the cocky, the nonchalant, that it was all there for me. But like, and then again, I haven't been a fan for that long, so maybe I can't be the best judge for that. But for me personally, it hit in terms of like basically capturing who Dante was from the games. I don't know about others, but for me it did.
Yeah, that's fair. And I feel like one other thing, and this is a case study or an example of this, would be Henry Cavill and the Witcher franchise. So I feel like when there are people who are very passionate about the game versus executives who are only, you know, thinking about views and money, there now becomes like sort of a mismatch. So I think, and that's the issue with a lot of adaptations, because people are thinking about just scaling and stuff like that. Because something like The Witcher, the only Witcher game I've played is The Wild Hunt. That's Witcher 3. I don't know of the other game, but based on The Wild Hunt, and I think that was basically the game which it was adapted on. If you play the game and you watch the season 1 especially, you see that like it's very true to the story. And that was also because, based on what we've heard, because Henry Cavill himself is a big gamer, and he was very involved in the directing and you know,
process of everything.
In the process of everything. So for Witcher season 1 like this, I enjoyed it very much because, you know, the fight, the choreography, even the bathtub scene was literally from the game. Like they had someone on the team who had played the game, who understood the story of the game. But then as time went on, there now became conflict with, this is the direction the studio wants versus this is the direction the game was going. And that brings us to having like worse seasons as time went on, and they even had to recast. And once he left, you could see the difference, because season 4 was totally different. The characters had all changed. And I think that's like a very big issue with adaptations. I feel like it's something that we have to consider. They need to have people who are actually passionate about the project, people who have at least played the games before, not just people who want to make money out of a big IP. You get me?
I mean, it's like I said, you see, a lot of people have been having this I've had this conversation with a bunch of people, you know, like some people we know, Alex, Dre. I've told them this, that these people, right, like when they're making these movies and TV shows, you are taking inspiration from someone's work that has inspired or like have made fans out of generations of people. Like for example, the Sonic one. Remember when the trailer came out in 2019,
Sonic,
and we saw that ugly Sonic from out of nowhere. It looked like a gerbil cross like fused with some, I don't know, color. I don't know what to call it. So it's like, the thing is, those guys who played the games, they are more of the vocal section of like the audience, because at the end of the day, we are making this for guys who like movies, right? But the thing is, those guys will be watching, and they outnumber a bunch of you guys who are now coming into the movies. That's why like the Sonic franchise did so well, like from 2020 up to now, because even if the stories are different, right? I mean, I've said this, change the stories for all I care. Like you can change what happened from the actuality from the games, you can change it in the movies, but the thing is, the characters have to be kept the same. Like Sonic, like this, even though there's a few tweaks to his character,
at the core is the same.
It's the same cocky, overconfident, blue wooden we all love. Same thing with the other characters, the Knuckles and Tails and all that. It's like it fits. Even with Shadow, when it was played by Keanu Reeves, I was like, this is the same Shadow I've seen from the games, like Stoic and all that, and even his story. The whole point was Maria got killed because of humans. Now Shadow hates humans. Like that's you captured it, and that's it. Even if the whole thing didn't happen in space like it did before, I don't care. Like the story was still captured. So it's like I think that's the thing. Even Henry Cavill, right, with what you're saying about The Witcher, a gamer himself is telling you that hey, you're going about things the wrong way. Listen to the gamer because he's played the game. He knows what's up. So it's like if you just decide I'll do my own thing because I feel like this will earn more money. The money is important. We all won't make money, but the thing is, if you're ultimately trying to satisfy your fan base. If the fan base is not satisfied,
then
eventually your ratings and everything will tank.
Exactly.
So it's like, where will your money be now? So that's it. Like just listen to the people who've been through the originality of everything, in order to get the best product. Don't just do things your own way because you've seen people do things their own way and it's not panned out. So that's all I'm saying.
So I think the next thing I would like to talk about is ranking like your best 5, your top 5 video game adaptations. So
okay, for me, top 5. I think one will be Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Like the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline is a very big thing in gaming lore. Even though it wasn't done bar for bar, it still captured all the right things for me and was still able to tell like a great story of Shadow, and also just like how is it that the moral of the story where revenge isn't like the answer to getting what like atonement or whatever. So I do love Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The second one will be the Mario movie. I'm not a big Mario guy, but I'll give it props. It did well. Third one, Devil May Cry. Fourth one, it's another Sonic project, Sonic Prime. If you guys haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. Go and watch all 3 seasons. It's very good. Really tells the story well. Especially it explores a whole new dimension that we didn't think possible as fans. Also the 5th one, Street Fighter from '94.
I haven't watched.
Where Jean-Claude Van Damme plays Guile in that one. I won't say it's the best, but it's pretty good. Like for its time. So. I really love that one as well.
So for my top 5, at my number 1 would be Arcane. So Arcane is based on League of Legends, and I think it was pretty good. And even based on the game, you can see that they took some creative liberties, but they did it well. So we ended up getting a project that was different from the game, but also had the core of the game, and it was like a very good project. I also have Cyberpunk Edge Runners. So that was based on the Cyberpunk 2017. And I think it was beautifully done. You know, it was a tragic story. The animation, and that's the thing. If you play the game and you watch it, you can see like the animation was able to translate into that futuristic, you know, Blade Runner type of vibe. And I think that was done pretty well. You can tell that the people who made that actually have like enjoy or love the game. The next one I have is Castlevania. Lots of people don't know that Castlevania is actually based on a
I never knew that.
video game. Castlevania is very good. I think they got it right, and that was also a very good one.
Interesting.
And the last one I have is Last of Us. So Last of Us, I would say Last of Us, but Last of Us season 1. Because they started very well. The season 1 was amazing. You know, they were able to capture, you know, that sort of relationship between Joe and Ellie, and you know, it's felt like I was playing the game over again. But I think, and that's one thing that happens. I think when they do these things and then they try to make longer seasons over time, even like The Witcher and stuff, as time goes on, the quality just tends to dwindle. So I think comparing season 1 to season 2, if I'm ranking, I'm just going to put Last of Us season 1, not just Last of Us on its own, because I felt like the season 1 was very good. But
is the 2 that bad?
Season 2, it wasn't really that bad, but I think based on after the season 1, the expectations and like how they've already crafted the story, people had high expectations, and that's one thing. If you do something well, you just have to keep the momentum. But I think the season 1 was very good, but season 2 didn't like meet the expectations based on like the season 1 and stuff like that. But yeah, I think those are my top 5. I've some of the honorable mentions. I've mentioned The Witcher. I think the early seasons were very good.
I think Uncharted 2 is good.
You said
Uncharted,
the movie, the Tom Holland movie.
Yeah.
As someone who has played Uncharted game,
no, I mean like, it looked good.
Yeah.
Like,
So as a movie, it's an okay movie. But if you've played a game before and you watch the movie, you realize that even the casting of Tom Holland, if you play the game, it seems like more of like a mature middle-aged man, and Tom Holland doesn't look like the character. He doesn't feel like the character. So as a movie, it's a pretty good movie. I would say it's an okay movie. It's not bad. But if you've played a game and you compare the game to a movie, you'll be like, who greenlit this?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I think the next thing I would like to talk about is some of the upcoming projects, adaptations that are coming, this year and next year, and how excited we are about it. The first one I would talk about is God of War.
I knew it.
Yeah, the God of War, and their Kratos is going to be voiced by the person who did the voice for Thor in Ragnarok. Everyone was expecting Christopher Jude, who is the actual voice of Kratos, would act as him, but they realized that based on they know how they cast for movies and stuff like that.
So is it a live action or animation?
It's going to be a live action based on what I've heard.
Oh, okay. Because we were talking about voicing, I thought maybe it would be an animation.
No. It's going to be a live action. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm very excited for it. It seems like the people who are doing it are very passionate about it, and yeah, I can't wait to see what they have for us. What about you?
As for me, I think Street Fighter, mostly because of the cast assembled and two guys who I love in a different facets of entertainment. That's pro wrestling. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns playing Gal and Akuma respectively. I'm really looking forward to it because it seems fun. They got the characters, looks right, but looks are not the important thing. It's the story. So they can sucker me in with the looks, which is working, but I really want to see the actual story and see if they follow everything from maybe they'll follow it from the original games from the 90s. I don't know, but we'll have to see. I think another one I'm looking forward to, Ghost of Tsushima. They said they'll do I think a series or movie in this year or next year. I'm not sure, but yeah, but they did announce it, and I love the game, so I love Jin, so I really want to see what's up with the show or the movie.
That's one of my favorite games. So if it is true, I'm very excited. Also they are doing another Mortal Kombat movie, and the track record of Mortal Kombat hasn't been the best. So I don't even know how to feel about that.
One was I won't say it was bad, but if you look at one, come on, you brought in a dude that no one even knows is an original character, but who's cool? Like, who is he? And then like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, who are the like flagship characters of your franchise. Everyone mostly likes the rivalry, right? The whole Scorpion versus Sub-Zero thing is something that Mortal Kombat fans live for. Then you make their confrontation like a 5-minute thing, and you want us to be satisfied with that. And the way the story even went, like these guys got their asses kicked. And then they go to some place 5 minutes over. They come to beat the guys. Like, it didn't make sense to me.
And considering the time it was set, we expected like
more.
We expected more, but I mean, it wasn't. It didn't meet expectations. There's also another Mario movie. That's Mario Bros. Galaxy coming this year.
That one I'm looking forward to.
I'm very excited for it. I've seen the trailer and it looks so much fun. So I think that brings us to the end of today's video. So I think one thing I got from today's discussion is that we really enjoy to watch video game adaptations, but as long as the producers, the directors, the people who are in charge of it are passionate about it and are able to give us movies that actually have the core of the games that we've played and stuff like that.
Just to take news from Jeff Fowler and the guy doing the Super Mario movies, like those guys are doing it as fans, not just as people aiming to make a quick buck.
Even with Minecraft, the main reason why Minecraft did so well was because it was made for the fans. And the fans
people are upset about that movie coming to life, mostly because I heard that they were going to do a Batman Beyond movie, and then they
chose to do that
instead, and that's why people are pissed about it.
But when you watch it, you know that this was made for the fans, and this was made by fans. They paid even homage to like a lot of the people who have played the game. There was even this guy, I've forgotten his name. They paid respect to him. I feel like that did very well. And people who haven't played a game wouldn't understand why people loved it so much. People were cheering at the theater, and it was a fun experience. So I think once they are able to understand this and make the movies based on the actual core of the games, I think people are going to love the movies and might even get people to actually even play some of the games. So I think
it could be vice versa as well.
Exactly. So I'm really excited for the new projects, and I feel like people are creating more adaptations of video games, and that's something I'm very excited to see. I can't wait to see what is in store for us. Yeah. All right, thank you guys for watching. This is New Film. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next video.